Welcome back to Ep.2 of the RoostNest Hockey Podcast. I'm joined here with JJ Johnny Martin, Daniel Kazak, and Timmy Tam Tommy Toth. What's going on, guys? How was the week?
Good.
Hey, hello,
Good.
hello. Welcome back, everyone, to the best podcast on Spotify and YouTube currently available.
Yeah, no, been a great week. Not too eventful. Sadly witnessed the Leafs loss last night. Matthew's tummy hurt, so he couldn't play the third period and kind of steward us, but oh well. Yeah, overall a great week so far. How about you guys?
Oh, it was great. I had a great week. Last week at my co-op job, Hank and I actually had a lot of moving to do this week. So yesterday we had to move from our old golf house and move to the new apartment building here. So it's been great. It was a hot day yesterday, so we kind of looked like crackheads moving all of our stuff out. We had no shirts on, like just like sweating balls. Like everybody was like, "Oh, who the fuck are these guys?" So oh, it was good. Good week. Um, I actually do have some insider information on the Nylander, the whole fiasco.
Oh
Won't
yeah?
name any names, but I heard from somebody, um, reliable source that so apparently the way he got injured was him and Riley were Morgan Riley were like they were playing. You know how they do warm ups like with the soccer ball or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes. So apparently they were doing headers or whatever, and then Nylander like did a header and like slipped or something, smacked his head on like a pole or like on a step or something, and then like they like shook it. They're laughing, but then he started getting migraines the next day, right? So um
just
and
our
then
luck, eh?
yeah, and
Just
then
our luck.
so then you can see when he was getting interviewed, you can kind of see he was chuckling about it because he's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. Like I'm fine. Like we don't
Yeah,
have to talk about it. I just have been having migraines, so I
it's like,
don't think
yeah,
he wanted to embarrass.
personal.
Yeah,
Like what a dumb
apparently
way to get injured, but yeah.
apparently Riley lives on my buddy's on the same floor as my buddy downtown in like in his condo.
Who Nylander?
No, Morgan Riley. His
Oh,
my buddy doesn't really care for hockey, but he his dad was up in his apartment and like he just saw like Morgan Riley walk out with his dog.
so he lives there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty
Oh
wild.
shit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'd probably be like poking my head out the door at all times trying to see Mr. Riley, and I'd probably chirp him. I'd be like, "Yo, Riley, there's two ways to play hockey, offensively and defensively. You should try defensively for once." Yeah, I would absolutely yerp him. But
Just
The
yeah.
hit his head out the window or like at the door. Come on, Riley, wake up, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
the Bruins are in town, eh? So
Yeah.
I like my work is right beside the Ritz, and apparently like Marchand like was holding the door for like Leafs fans and stuff, and
Really?
like being a nice guy, and like all these fans were like, "Fuck you, don't hold the door for me, like fuck off." No way.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. They're like because I think almost every like NHL team that comes to Toronto stays at the Ritz.
Yeah, heard
So
that.
like don't be surprised if you go for a drink or two. There's gonna be some like I'm pretty sure like Barkov was there this year and like Uyghur or maybe it was a couple years ago, but yeah, it's interesting to see that, especially in Toronto. So
Yeah.
alrighty, well, I guess we could dive into our itinerary today. So basically, all we're going to talk about is our opinions on each series so far in the first round, East and West conference matchups, and yeah, just voice our opinions and see what's going on. See if our brackets are on the right track. And Jay, I'll let you start here.
Yeah. Well, we obviously have the Leafs who are down 3-1. Not good so far. Not good at all. Marchand has just been pretty much dominating us by himself. And we haven't beat Swayman, I don't think, ever. So hopefully that can change. I can smell a comeback. Like the Leafs have been down to the Bruins 3-1 before, have they not? And they've taken it to 7. So yeah, that's something to look forward to for sure. What do you guys think about the Leafs' performance so far in this series?
Not good. Not really good at all.
Pretty disappointing from the top players.
Agreed.
Cool.
I think that if we do end up sadly losing on Tuesday, then we're gonna have at least one of the guys will probably have to go. One of
Yeah.
the big.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I don't want to think too depressingly, but hopefully we can somehow come back and win in 7. But it's the Leafs, and I think Keith's going to be toast after this year.
Yeah.
I agree. Sadly, our prediction's already wrong, Leafs in 6.
Yeah, yeah,
But you know
we're
what?
smoked already.
We're looking pretty good for some of our other series. Rangers Caps. Rangers are up 3-0. They're about to play game 4. I think there's a good chance the Rangers to complete the sweep here. Capitals just don't really seem to have much upside right now.
Ovi's had a
Surprised they made
terrible
it this far.
series so far as well.
Ovi's had like 2 shots the whole series or something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's unfortunate for him, but like he's just honestly all that he really cares about now has got to be that goal total, and like it doesn't even count in the playoffs. So
Yeah, so he doesn't. I don't really think he cares too much. Obviously, he wants to win, but that Washington team knew walking into that series that they were most likely toast.
they don't really have what it takes. I don't think.
Hey, it's still open.
It
Game
is still
7 still
possible.
open.
I mean, honestly, they had very little business being in the playoffs, like to start with. So
They probably got a
it's
better
not,
chance to come back than the Leafs.
yeah, honestly.
I guess we'll find
Now,
out later.
I guess the one thing we can say with the Leafs, though, sorry, going back to them, is we're finally seeing some emotion and some dedication to the team now. Because like I know last night Marner was getting ripped on by Nylander, chucking his gloves. I think Nylander said something like, this isn't the juniors, like buck up, buddy, because like stop crying, like let's just fucking focus on our game plan. Listen to Coach Keefe. Um, maybe Keefe hasn't been performing the best for himself in first team, but I'm guessing, you know, we can get our shit together for for the next. Because how many games do we have left?
Well,
Uh,
that was game 4, right? So we still got
so we have 3 more games to prove ourselves, or I guess one now. It's do or die. So
3 more games
Do
to
or
prove
die
ourselves.
every game.
Yes, or else someone's losing their job.
yeah,
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 for real.
yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
It's definitely not tree living though. We actually have a great team. Like
Yeah.
Domi's been great. Bertuzzi's been great too.
He's
Reeves is doing his job, right? So
Swaim is just in their head. Ever since Domi ran into him, Swaim is just like he's got him. He's got him in the freaking death grip.
well,
We can't we
he
can't score on this guy.
Literally.
used it to his advantage. Like he was just trying to like
That's
people
all
would say,
goalies
oh
do,
yeah,
man.
it's gonna rattle him,
It's
but it
all the
didn't.
mental game. They just get in your head, or they
Yeah,
they get let in their head by other teams, and I don't know. It's just, anyways. That's what we think about that series as well as the Rangers series. Let's throw it on to the Panthers and Lightning. Did you guys see that freaking Bobrovsky save the other day?
Oh my
Backhand.
The
God.
save of the freaking decade.
It
What
was
a
beautiful.
save.
What
Right
a
up there
save.
with Vasilevsky's behind the back glove save a couple years ago. I would
Yeah.
say it's right there with that.
Yo, what is with Russia and producing superstar goalies like pretty
I
recently?
love it. It's
It's
the Vladislav Tretiak training school, Cass. Have you seen that video?
the old Soviet training.
Yes, man. I actually tried to do some of their techniques the other summer, and it was hard. It was so
Dude,
hard.
there's a reason why it was like the Soviet style training. It was wild.
So
All the
sick. It's so
techniques
sick, though.
is cool. But yeah, like there's like Sorokin, Shesterkin, Bobrovsky, Vasilevsky. List goes on and on and on. Gorgiev, Samsonov, like those are great goalies, and
Is Kachetkov Russian?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
same as the new goalie, Fedotov, right?
Yeah, Fedotov is that guy's a beast. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he's huge.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
huge.
6'6" or so, 6'7".
He's a,
He's the
a
new
huge
Jonas Gustafsson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, what do you guys think about that Panthers series? I'm honestly not too surprised at the score right now. I think the Panthers are poised for a pretty good run this year. So like Lightning stole a game at home. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers go and take that home in 5. All right, take that game 5 to the cleaners. I don't
I
know.
agree.
Yeah. What do you guys
I
think?
just think, yeah, they're just too OP. They're,
Stacked.
they're,
Yeah.
yeah,
Same thing with the Canes Isles. Like Isles stole a game at home, but
yeah.
game 5, like wouldn't be surprised if the Canes just absolutely go crazy. Hit a nice storm surge to end it off, and looking forward to round 2.
Hey, so far predictions have been pretty accurate. Aside from the Leafs one, we've been pretty good.
Yeah, we've been really good. Um, Over to the West. We got our Colorado Winnipeg starting in a couple minutes here. That's gonna be a tough one. It's a really close series. But Colorado are kind of uh defying expectations right now. They're doing better than I feel like most people expected. Um,
I mean, hey, they're a great team for
what are they?
those
Are they up like 2-1 right now? 3-1? What's this? Does anyone know the series score at the top of their head?
one.
2-1? Yeah, it's been tight, but I could see Colorado. I think this is gonna be really close, to be honest. I can't pick a winner here.
Yeah.
High scoring games too, right?
Very.
Lots of shots. I've been honestly taking Frank's little gambling corner over here. I've been taking players over in shots all the time, especially just throughout the playoffs, but especially in this series. Like I already got Lekanen 2.5 over today. So
No,
hopefully that works out. But
yeah. I just
yeah,
made a little parlay.
Yeah.
yeah, no, high scoring or yeah, high scoring series. Mostly in the West. Like I've noticed in the West, very high scoring.
Yeah, the series in the West have been a little bit more entertaining than the ones in the East. Like the ones in the East,
Yeah,
like pretty much
no, I
blow
agree.
are. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting hockey. Dallas, Vegas. That series looks like it's gonna come out of the wire as well. Vegas were kind of dominant the first two games, but Dallas really made a statement with that Wyatt Johnson snipe last night.
I'm telling you, man, Dallas in seven. Dallas in seven.
I agree.
It's gonna
I
be a
agree.
long series.
Yep, that one's nowhere near done.
It's super
No,
defensive too. It's all defense, man. Like the games have been pretty close.
Yeah, all
Like
close.
didn't Dallas win 1-0 or something? Or 2-1 or
Dallas won 3-2 last night.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
very tight.
Yeah.
Every game's been close. But yeah, I can't really pick a winner there either. But if I were to choose someone, I'd probably go Dallas in seven. So our prediction, I think that was our prediction, right? Or was it Dallas in six?
By the way,
uh,
did Dallas
Dallas in seven. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, well, exciting series. Edmonton, LA. LA is putting up a fight, that's for sure, but Edmonton is definitely going to take that one.
Yeah, no question, no question.
Could be in
Same as
five,
last year.
six,
Yeah.
same as like every year. And then what's the other one again? I always forget at least one matchup. It's the J special.
Next Preds.
Nux Preds.
Right.
Oh, my favorite one.
I love that freaking series.
That's a
Predators
great.
should have taken advantage though. They lost game three, and I thought they should have won it. Like freaking, like there's no Thatcher Demko playing, so they should be taking advantage of this because he's gonna come back and he's gonna freaking absolutely like not let them score at all.
Casey Smith has just been beauty for the Canucks recently. Like he's
Yeah,
really, I think he was a bit shaky, like game two where he had to start, and then game one obviously when he came in because he's a little bit cold, not really ready, not mentally ready as a goaltender for this series. But I think the last night's or 2 nights ago's game was he really, I don't know, he felt comfy in net. He got a freaking shutout, so there you go.
yeah, wow.
But still want the Preds to take that. Still need the Preds to take that.
Yeah, I would like to see the Preds go on another good run here, even though Vancouver hasn't really been in the playoffs for a long time. But I feel like Vancouver has a pretty big window, and they're going to be a good team for a long time. And I don't think the same about Nashville. I feel like Nashville will kind of fall off in the next few years. But what do I know? I'm just Jay.
Does
Cute though.
anyone
The
does
goddamn
anyone
cute.
know
Very cute, Jay.
does anybody know what happened to Demko? Like I don't even know what happened.
Like a,
Um,
it's like some
Lower
like
body. Yeah. Growing or something. Usually is usually the case.
Yeah, the classic. Yeah. And that was
All
game
right.
one.
got some growing pain, growing
Yeah, that was
pains.
game one.
Shit.
Alrighty. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump into our first official interview with sport management student Samantha Saavedra here at the University of Guelph. Yeah, no, it was really it was a great interview, and we're excited for you guys to listen in.
Yep. She'll introduce herself, but she is like a social media manager for the UG tennis, which is pretty cool. A field we're definitely excited to learn more about and share with you guys. So yeah, let's roll right into that.
Introducing our first official guest on the RoostNest podcast is Samantha Saavedra. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. How's it going?
good.
Good. Good.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Not good over here. I'm crippled right now, but
I think we all are a little bit here.
Yeah, it's a Sunday morning. I'm sure you can assume the
Yeah, and
shenanigans.
after the Leafs game last night, not too good either.
Oh yeah, that Leafs game was
Jeez.
absolutely
Definitely
brutal.
drown the sorrows after that one.
Yeah, that was something. Well, Samantha,
So
take a minute to introduce yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So, hi, my name's Samantha. Studying sport and event management and international development here at the University of Guelph. Entering my third year in September. And yeah, I started working in sports about a year ago, volunteering at sporting events. And then I started working with Griff Vision just last year. And then I started doing the social media for the university's tennis team, Griffin's Tennis. And so from that, I've really been able to get a lot of experience and just, get my foot in the field. So it's been good.
love to hear it. That's
Awesome.
awesome.
That's awesome. So
Uh,
like you work with the tennis team, right?
Yeah,
That's
tennis
cool.
team.
So like what do you do? Kind of just like the social media part kind of thing.
Yeah, so I do the social media. I organize all the posts that's going to happen for game days. And also, I do a lot of the different videos for the team. So I do a lot of the TikToks, I do a lot of the reels, and I'm also just there on match days to make sure I'm getting a lot of different content for the social media and pretty much that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
cool.
I'm sure you're familiar with Canva then. That's my
Oh,
favorite website.
100%. That's my girl.
I love it. I love it. It's amazing. So I guess I have a question for you. Um
Sure.
so like what like initially in like what like initiated this spark for like the passion to work in this industry in sports?
For sure. So I've always been very passionate about sports. I grew up playing a variety of sports like most kids. But I really fell in love with basketball from a young age. And I'd say I was inspired by my dad because he also grew up playing basketball. And so we really bonded over that. And I guess that was really the main motivator to start my career and, just get the ball rolling.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome.
Did you play any sports as a kid?
I did, yeah.
What are your favorite ones?
Definitely basketball number one. I'd say soccer and hockey? I mean, I recently got into hockey, but I feel like more recently I've really been able to appreciate it. And
You got a favorite soccer team?
I do. It's in La Liga in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not Chelsea?
No. All right.
Oh, come on.
All right. We're gonna end it here. No, I'm kidding. All right.
That's not just
Yeah,
them.
that's good. That's great. This is awesome.
I have a question for you as well. What's your favorite thing about working in what's your favorite thing about sports or about working in the sports industry?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite thing about the industry is really the people I've met and like the community behind it. Um, I'd say like I've been so privileged to work and like hear from professionals and people from different sport backgrounds. And so being able to hear from them and really like see them progress in their own career has really inspired me to want to do the same thing.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great. We love sports.
Yeah.
We absolutely
Oh
love
yeah,
We
sports.
all
100%.
I guess kind of like looking towards more like the future, like within your career and your passions and stuff. Like where do you see yourself making the biggest impact within the sports industry? And what's kind of like your goal?
I'd say my goal in the sports industry is to work as a sports reporter. I've always loved talking about sports, covering sports. And so, just being able to be a voice for the sports community and like hearing from other sports reporters, that I've grown up with is really, wanting me to do the same thing and pursue it. So, yeah, I'd say
What?
definitely,
Sorry, I
sorry.
cut you off there. Sorry. Continue.
So I'd say like definitely working in that field and then also with sports development and kind of just integrating the both and yeah.
Any particular like favorite sports cast like Sportsnet or TSN or TNT, ESPN? What's your target?
I'd say my target is I'm a big TSN girly. I've always had
Nice.
TSN like on cable, so it's pretty easy to access for most people. Definitely like Jack Armstrong and Matt Devlin, those two, they're pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think is like who's your favorite like reporter right now? Who do you look up to?
I'd say at the moment, Kayla Gray, she's currently the TSN sports reporter for the Toronto Raptors. And I believe she's also Canadian. And so I think being able to see her make her mark in uh, the basketball community and also for women in sports, which is such a big thing nowadays in sports, um, definitely something that I also want to follow in that pathway.
Cool. And also, I know we're all Guelphians here, so maybe tell us about your experience at Guelph. Just maybe the program,
Yeah.
some
Favorite things to
things you've
do
done.
on like a
Yeah,
night
favorite
out
things
with
to do on a
friends.
Thursday, like whatever.
Oh yeah. I'd say the program's been good. I'm going into my third year in September. I've definitely been able to take a few courses. I'd say this semester I took what was it? It was sport and event tourism. I don't know if any of you guys are
Ooh,
in
I've
sport
taken that.
management.
It's so
Yeah,
Taking
good.
that
Hank,
as
you've taken
well.
that too.
Yeah.
doing like the
Yeah.
Yeah,
simulations.
that was so good. I remember Henry told me he recommended that course. I needed one really badly, and I was like, I would love like an easy sports class. And he's just like, dude, you can literally be like the GM
You can play
of
sports games
Madden
like on
or
Thursday.
yeah,
It's awesome.
Sports
crazy.
games in
It
class.
was so awesome. Screen frozen right now?
Yeah, you're
Hank is
frozen.
frozen.
Okay.
Tank is
So
frozen.
it's been like that the entire time. But
I thought you've just been sitting there like that the entire
Yeah.
time.
I thought you were just.
no. Anyways, yeah, my face is a little bit rinsed right now, but
Bro, you guys are gonna have to deal with Hank looking like that for the next like 10 minutes.
That was hilarious.
I do have one question for Samantha. Kind of more of a fun question. Who's your favorite like athlete of all time?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'd have to say Steph Curry. I grew up watching him a lot in like middle school.
I want to know
Great.
what some of you boys' favorite athletes are of all time. Who do you guys got?
We got some wild ones. I like Mike Richards. I don't really know why, but
Oh, from the Rangers or
he was on the Flyers and
oh, the
Kings.
Flyers? That Richards. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yes.
when they went on the cup run on their first cup run, I just loved how he played, and I don't know, he became one of my favorite athletes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he was also a demon in the league too. He did
Yeah.
some, I forget what he did, but didn't he get arrested or something?
Yeah, that part I'm
Mhm.
not a big fan of, but what he played was fun to watch.
Hey, no, it's good, good entertainment, right? So
Yeah.
Bounce back, bounce back.
Oh,
Oh, Hank, you're back.
there
Oh,
we
there we
go.
go.
Sorry, I don't
there
know
we
what I
go.
did. I just unfroze myself. I think mine's like Martin Brodeur just because he's a beauty goalie and he just jumps around and I think I mimic his play on the ice. So
I think you're more of like a Dominic Hasek. The way
yeah,
he
that
played.
too. I like that guy. I like that guy.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, I mean that's all the questions I have. Samantha, do you have any
I
questions
have a
for
couple.
us?
Sorry, I've got a couple. Like I got a
Oh,
couple.
Okay.
Just going back to like towards broadcasting, like how are you gonna achieve that? Is it just through the Guelph Sports Management program, or do you have any other like techniques you're gonna do, or some networking, or tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So, I started working with Griff Vision. They're the broadcast team. And so with them, I've been able to do a variety of like behind the scenes of what goes down for a broadcast. So I work with graphics, I've done some camera work, videography, media directing. And so being able to do that, I've kind of been able to like not only just like, be in the classroom, you obviously learn so much from like listening to professor talk and everything. But I think really like being like a hands-on environment, like very fast-paced, like you need to know what's going on in the game to know what graphics you're going to put up, what you're filming, what the athletes are doing. And so I think being able to kind of have that experience has been really helpful. And I think kind of just like going from there and like even doing social media has been really helpful with understanding why sports teams, use social media as a tool to market themselves and kind of integrating all that together. So,
Well,
Yeah,
social media is the
cool.
new world, isn't it?
oh
So
yeah,
like
It
that's kind
is.
of how the world goes round. So it's a great little field to be in.
yeah,
Yeah.
Field that I
100%. I
also
mean,
personally
that's,
work in, and I love it a lot. So
yeah.
it's good. It's great stuff.
Do you have a message for anybody else out there, wanting to get into broadcasting, like maybe like a game plan kind of thing?
I'd say definitely be open to any experiences, like anything that really can help you. progress in your career is really helpful. I'd say like just keeping your options open and being able to learn a variety of different skills and tool sets is really what has helped me just use that in like different areas. Like social media, I've never would have thought twice about doing social media like for a team, but then once I started doing it, you kind of learn on the job. And so I think having those skills already is really important to just take it to the next step.
Has there been any like funny stories on the job? Like any like funny games you've watched, like for tennis, or is there any like crazy stories you've ever heard of, or
Oh yeah, I mean,
off the top of your
working
head? Yeah.
working with tennis, I started in November of 2023, so first semester, my second year. Um, and I honestly knew nothing about tennis going into it. Like I grew up like more of a basketball oriented family, like hockey sometimes, but never really tennis, and I've never played tennis before. So I didn't really know what to expect going into it. And so once I got there, like it was really fun, but it was also like it was crazy because the court is on campus. So there's a variety of different matches going on, and everyone's just like kind of scattered all over. So I think being able to kind of see how a tennis match goes down, it was really interesting because I've never really been in that environment. And I was like learning, okay, like what's a single, what's a double, what's a
Yeah.
love, you know? Like it was really, really interesting for myself because I felt like I was completely at step one all over again. So I'd say
Yeah.
that really just pushing myself out there into the waters and learning.
Yeah, it's an
Cool.
intense sport
Yeah,
too.
Oh
it's
yeah.
cool.
It's
I want
crazy.
to learn more about it.
And you know
Really,
what?
really cool
Everybody
sport.
thinks it's an individual sport, but it's not. It's all it's there's coaching involved, there's training involved. It's more, I would say it's more of a team sport.
Oh, dude,
Oh
That's
in
yeah, for
that's
college
one
sure.
thing.
too, it's especially a team sport. Like they have like 5, 6 like it's players per team, and it's very much like a team game. And like there's a lot of like team oriented like
Hmm.
parts of it.
For
Yeah.
sure. Like, yeah, our team, we've got like, I want to say 20 to 30 players, like students and non-students. And even though like they come and they play their set or they kind of just step away if they're done, if they win, whatever the result is, it really is team-based because they always have practices together and they're on the road sometimes. And so just being able to like see that dynamic versus like, a sport like basketball or hockey where it's a little more intense, it's really interesting.
Do you ever go on the road with the team at all to do the social media?
I was going to a couple of times this semester, but I didn't really get the chance to. But they did have a few away games. I know they played one in Windsor, and then I think they played one up in Kingston, I believe. So they've been able to kind of play against other teams here at home and then over there. So it's been good for the team to kind of expand and stuff.
Cool.
Cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
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 Seems like a cool field to work in, that's for sure.
Oh
Very
yeah, for
involved with the
sure.
school also. Um, that's great. Do you have like any like final remarks, like anything you kind of want to like shout out? You can shout out like the volleyball thing or your own personal thing. Like give a shout out to whatever you want right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say I'd love to shout out you guys, of course, and Griffin's Tennis. They've really been amazing, and hopefully next year more people join and people find out about it. So yeah,
Yeah, great. Yeah, we'll pop
Awesome.
up your
Awesome.
Instagram on like the screen and stuff so everyone can see.
perfect.
And
Yeah, then go follow me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
and Samantha, that's another like big part of this podcast is that we want to help, young students like yourself and young athletes sort of grow their network. So that's why we're kind of doing this. So we're happy you enjoy these experience, and definitely let us know about sort of what we can do better for future interviews, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. You guys have been great.
Awesome interview with Samantha Saavedra. Definitely gonna try and get her on again. She was awesome. All right. So basically, I've been hearing a few comments about what RoostNest actually means. And I think all of us have different kind of takes on what we want it to mean or what it means currently. But I think like sort of my take on it is hockey's a very niche sport. A rooster is a very niche animal. And I think the roost nest part of it is more like it's like a comfy. We want this podcast to be a comfy like spot to share opinions, and to also like help grow the nest. We kind of want to make this sort of like a nest of network and people. And again, yeah, like if you search up Roost on the dictionary, it's just like a comfy, warm spot
Stop
where
saying
birds hang out
comfy.
and
Stop saying
Hmm?
comfy.
What? It's a
We'll
why?
say
I'm
it.
gonna
Comfy.
well
We'll say
because
a
you said that
secure and
I'm gonna keep
stable
saying
environment.
comfy.
No, it's secure and stable. We're not fucking saying comfy.
Okay, well you can cut that out if you want, but I kind of like it.
I like it
Ah,
too. I like it
I
too.
like the
Alright.
comfy environment.
It is a
all
comfy
right.
environment. Everyone's welcome to give their own opinions on hockey and any sport that we're posting about. Recently, football. We found those fun little filters. I'm gonna keep doing more of those. But yeah, it's a very safe space for everyone to share their opinions and kind of look at ours and see how they differ from us. But I think Tam's really good at explaining this, and I'll let you do that. But it's also a great way to grow other people's network, right, Frank? Or right, Tam?
Yeah, so like as you guys heard on the interview, like we were, we're getting to know not only what she does, but like what she can bring to the industry, right? So like by knowing that, and like when other people listen to this, they'll be like, oh, I'm interested in this too. Like who can I talk to, kind of thing. And Hank said it great today when we are having a little smoke break outside. We were like, you know what, this is exactly what we need to do. This is a great networking zone, um, not just for us, but for guests who come on, for listeners. And I think not only like hearing interesting stories about people's lives, and especially once we start getting athletes on, like that's great too. But it's also just like, we're all in business, right? We got Jay in management. Kaz was also Kaz, what were you, marketing?
Yeah, I was in marketing.
Kaz is actually about to graduate. We'll congratulate him on a later episode, but he's yeah, he did a great job. Great job here in golf. And then
So
obviously Hank's in sport management, and I'm in finance. So we kind of got a little business circle here, and definitely want to expand our knowledge and meet new people. So yeah, we've kind of established who we are now, and I think we're just gonna keep rolling. And also, we were also thinking of starting to get some prizes going. I don't know if Kazik or John, if you guys want to talk a little bit about that.
okay, yeah, so we want to get like some custom RoostNest jerseys going for a little giveaway. And maybe some hats, merchandise. Yeah, like once we hit like different like milestones on our YouTube channel, Instagram, even our Twitter and Spotify, we can give away like anywhere from a jersey, a custom RoostNest jersey made by us, custom shirts, custom hats. Just get you guys engaged and have a little incentive for you guys to follow us and follow on the journey.
Yeah. Definitely like hats, jerseys, all that stuff. We'll do like free giveaways. Maybe one day look into making them available for purchase. But it's a long road, but it's something we definitely want to work to. Obviously first episode came out last Sunday and it's doing pretty well on YouTube. Like we've got like 87 views, and like looking at the analytics, it's not just people clicking on and off the video within seconds. Like people are actually listening and watching. And we've also heard some great feedback from like friends and stuff at the bars and just out and about. So it's definitely motivating us to keep going and to keep pumping this stuff out and get some cool guests for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed what we had to offer today. It's only going to go up from here.
Yeah, keep the comments coming, keep the feedback coming. We're it's on our second time, filming a podcast, just in general, right? Hank and I did have our time back in high school, and we would, screw around with our buddies and talk about whatever. But now, it's kind of nice that we have like a mission statement now. So um definitely looking forward to this year.
We also had some brief ideas of maybe like taking some of our guests out for like a little like round of golf, or like do some like frisbee golf, bowling, little challenges, just have people engaged and have some fun with the pod. Like we are a sports podcast and like a hockey podcast, but honestly, the sky's the limit. We can have fun with it as well.
Yeah, literally just like if there's anything you want to see us do, like even in person, like we are completely open to hitting like the golf course or hitting like disc golf or bowling, filming it, maybe hiring like a camera person to film us do it. And yeah, I feel like it just make some funny content for you guys. We'll toss it up on like the YouTube or something. So like any random stuff you want to see us do, like we'll get some buddies to come with us, maybe even make like an interview out of it. So yeah, the sky's the limit, and we're excited to test it. That's for sure.
We also, as a group, did go on a road trip to the States back in February. So maybe I'll have like a little like RoostNest special where we just talked about that road trip.
Yeah, we
Pretty
should actually.
uh
Dude, I love that idea. That is a great
Yeah,
idea.
we should
We
get
can
everybody
bring on
on for the trip.
yeah,
we can
everyone
bring on the whole crew and just talk about what we did. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
it
Oh
was
my
a
gosh.
wild trip, like
So good.
unforgettable. You guys would love the stories we have from it. Yeah, not the kind of trip that everyone it's not the kind of trip that everyone would be able to do, but we made it work and it was an unforgettable experience.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna come soon. And we'll share some like funny photos and videos that we also took along the journey of us just being dumb. But yeah,
Being
just
dumb.
a little spoiler though. Like we spent like what 48 hours in a car driving
I think it was like
all
50
around the
plus.
East Coast, Central America. It was sick.
We got a little again another sport. We rented a minivan with like 80 kilometers on it and then brought it back with over 5,000. So shows you kind of the extent of the road trip. Pretty wild stuff, but a lot of fun.
I was honestly, I was thinking about talking about one last little hockey news segment. Uh, Arizona Coyotes are no more. They are now Utah. I don't even know if they're going to keep. Like, do you think they're going to keep the name or what?
They trademarked a bunch of or copyrighted a bunch of names for Utah, so they guess they're deciding between a new name.
Yeah,
True.
Also,
Honestly, I'm excited for that.
like I wouldn't mind if they kept the Coyotes, but like they could do something like pretty cool. I saw this comment.
I'm
It was
yeah.
like I saw this comment. It was gonna be the U like they were gonna call it the Utah Phoenix, and I thought that was really sick.
that looks
Utah
pretty cool.
Phoenix,
Cool.
like the Firebird, plus it kind of like pays some homage to Phoenix and Arizona, like where the team
I
originated.
like that. I
That's
like
really
Like
that a
that'd be really
lot.
cool. I saw a comment somewhere, but I don't know. I'm sure you can ask ChatGPT to come up with some good names, and it would.
a little
But
a little off topic for hockey, but NFL draft happened this past Thursday.
oh
Some
yeah,
wild moves. As a Packers fan, I'm not too happy with I'm not happy with what the Bears did because they now have a terrifying offense. Caleb Williams, Robin Dudze, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen are just gonna be
yeah.
a force. So
And DeAndre Swift at running back's pretty crazy. Um, Bears definitely won the draft. I think the losers have to be the Falcons because they went and got a quarterback, an old quarterback, like the oldest quarterback in the draft, even though they just signed a quarterback to like a 2, 3 year deal. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like getting like someone like Odunze for them would have been great. Like they had the chance to get him. I feel like him and Kirk would have been nasty, or like it never hurts to also bolster your O line and D line, right? So. There's a lot of moves they could have made other than drafting Penix Jr., but Penix Jr. He has some upside, so that could work out for them. But he is injury prone and he is 24 years old, and Kirk Cousins is locked in for 2 years with an extension with an option for a third, I believe. So like if they keep Kirk for all 3 of those years, then Penix isn't playing until he's 27.
Johnny, I think it's a 4 year deal.
A 4 year deal, like that is crazy.
4 year deal, 100 million guaranteed, and then up to 180.
Wow. But like
Kirk
again, Kirk Cousins,
Cousins.
like he is injury prone, so like having Penix as a backup
Yeah.
option to hop in and put on a show would be good. But like then again, you could just grab like more veteran, older quarterback to do that as well.
I
So
think they're in a way trying to follow what Green Bay did with Jordan Love and like Aaron Rodgers, where they drafted a young QB or fairly young QB, I guess, and for Bo Nix and let him develop under a proven like starter and just learn from him. I think that could turn out great. You've seen what Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers did, so
oh
who
yeah.
knows? Only time will tell. Like with drafts, only time will tell. Who knows with these things?
Yeah, like definitely exciting times in the NFL, that's for sure. Couldn't be more excited for the season to start. But right now we got hockey playoffs to focus on. That's the big thing. We got the Leafs, they're still alive, they're hanging in there. Come on, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going.
Let's go, Leafs Nation. We need everyone. We need everybody to
We
be
need everyone to get
cheering.
on their feet
But
and just like pray.
Yeah,
guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in today. We think this is we definitely took a step from the first episode. We were learning some more. We're doing some good things. I feel like we're all learning a lot, and yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you guys for episode 3, probably next Tuesday.
See you
All
guys.
right. See you guys. Take care.
Yeah.
Enjoy the week. Enjoy the week.